Woo-wee, what's going on, YouTube? It's Donnie B all day. Let's bring some light. Let's bring some light into the tunnel. All right, so here is the deal. Sensitive eyes, man. Oh, that's better. All right, so I sent out a preview. I shot a preview of this guy right here. This is a Ned Foss knife. I know it's backwards, but it's Ned Foss. I did a video on one of their knives a while ago, and it actually turned out really good. The knife performed more than admirably. It was actually excellent. So this guy needed to be next, and there's just something about it that really caught my eye. I'm a big Colt 45 guy. I don't know if you've ever noticed my tattoo on the side with the Western style gun. It's because I had a point drawn fire of 0.28 seconds, less than half a second. Boom was my record speed shot. So I'm very proud of that. And I'm a big fan of that era. So when I saw this knife, it was a must. Now the canvas box that they send you, it's like a canvas cool box, but it's a nice little package the way they send their stuff. But I saw this, guys. Check that out. Tell me if that is not a holster for an 1873 Colt. I mean, it's a trapper hunter style blade, and this is one of, or probably the nicest sheath I've ever seen for this style knife. I've never seen a sheath nicer than this. It is belt ready, but even beyond that, it goes more than that. So let's see. Now, I don't know if there's a name on it like the Ned Foss Cougar or something like that, but I do believe it has let's see, Ned Foss Damascus knife, and I believe it is LUSI-HW, I think. So you can see right there exactly what it is. It's cool though. It's cool, and I'm going to show you why. I just can't get over the sheath. The sheath is ridiculous. Oh, it smells good. It looks good. The dye is absolutely beautiful. This right here, this is the kind of knife, I'm not going to lie, like if I'm carrying, it's on my belt and my pants, but if I'm carrying my ADV Tactical Box Butcher for all my hardcore stuff, this is the kind of stuff that you see people wearing their belt exposed that makes people go, damn, that's cool. And that's just the sheath. The knife is in the sheath. And then when somebody says, hey, you got a knife or something, and they pull out something that looks like this, right? It looks like a literally a Colt 45 etching, right? They did the same pattern style as an old Colt. And for me, that was really cool. Like if you ever look at like the Lone Ranger gun or things like that, you're going to see all that kind of really pretty etching. They topped it off, however, and made it even better by adding one of the coolest looking Damascus blades you'll ever see. The eye, the way it comes around makes it look angry, which is crazy because the knife itself just is classy. But what makes it even cooler? That's right, it comes with a pocket clip. It's not very often you see a knife of this style come with a pocket clip. Now, the size of the handle is short for someone like me because I have double X hands. So it is a short handle for me. It is definitely a full 3-finger, but because this is flattened out here, I can press my pinky against the rear and get it, but they also offer this little lanyard so I have a little extra grip. That actually helps. It actually helps really well. So let's check out what we have here. It is handmade by Hammer Welding Damascus. From the back of the knife blade, you can see the obvious 3-layer structure. There is a core of VG10 San Mai with 33 layers of stainless steel on each side. VG10 with stainless in this Damascus. This isn't crap, let me tell you. This is good. Then pressed between two plates with holes to create 67 layers of steel. It's got ebony wood handle, with 3D relief, unifies two sophisticated materials in one knife, as well as classical and modern elements. Genuine leather sheath. It is horizontal and vertical EDC. I didn't even realize that you can belt loop it through this way too, so you can carry it either way. But honestly, I mean, come on, that's a gun sheath. You wear it like that. That's the way to go. Made of cowhide and stitched with wax rope, handmade by a craftsman. So you have handmade blade, you have handmade pouch, you have handmade stitching, and then it's all hand done. So they make everything by hand. Well, you know, they didn't make the cow, but you know what I mean. And then they do it. And look at the button. The button's a lion head. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I have to say that whenever I see a decorative knife, my mind automatically goes, oh, it's got to be a gimmick. Oh, it's got to be cheap. This thing is not. This thing is not a gimmick. This is a solid knife in the hand. Look at the tooling on this spacer. That is super nice, and it's elevated. It's a 3D, so it gives your hand somewhere to rest. This is really sweet. It is a liner lock instead of a typical trapper hunter where they have the spine lock. This is a liner, and it has a nice snap to it. Now, generally, they don't have flippers on these knives, so they literally took a modern knife and wrapped it in old school feel. I think that was really, really smart. I think that's really, really smart, as a matter of fact. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, so this thing, look at this. Like, you see that little bunch right there? Watch. I am just shaving around my arm. Let's see. I mean, that is super, super shave sharp. And I mean super shave sharp. That took nothing. It took nothing to make that baby butt smooth. This is really one of the cool things about Damascus is the feel of it. A Damascus knife feels different. This is so nice. So this is super sharp. Now, it's not the kind of knife that we do regular things. Like, it's not going to be banged around and like this. This is one of those impress people knives, but we're still going to go out and give it a test. All right, so let's get a good look at this thing in the sun. Woo! Man, it is super attractive. This is literally something that you put on your belt and you just walk around and you let everybody know it's there because people want to see this. I would not have been interested before in a decorative looking knife because generally decorative knives are just that, for decoration. This is a decorative knife you can use, and I think that's pretty special. So out of the box, the flipper was strong. Just grab the wrong part. But the flipper is strong out of the box. It just snaps right away. Easy open, easy close. It is just well done so far. I'm pretty excited. So let's do some 4-foot drops. We'll see how that thing bites. Now it's pretty heavy in the rear, but it still dropped straight. Wow, that's got some bite. That's got some crazy bite to it. It digs in really well. I'm looking at the swedged area too, and the swedge ends right before the tip, keeping the tip a little bit meatier than you'd think, because it looks like it swedges down, but it actually stops. Let's do a couple hard downward throws. See if anything loosens. Check that bite out. That is in there. That's a big log. Yeah. Let's see. Nothing wrong with the tip. That looks good. Man, this knife is, I'll tell you what, I would have never thought about a decorative knife, but there's something about this, man. It just, I don't know, it's so very cowboy to me, but it's modern at the same time, which is, it's like getting a double action Colt 45, you know what I mean? It's like modern, but still old school. So we got the 1/2-inch nylon rope, and we are just going to, wow, that push cut was so freaking simple. And not only did it just dive through, but then it just kept going.
Let's do that again. A double push cut. My goodness. All right, so one thing I can say, these things come sharp. These things come crazy sharp. What I do appreciate too is the thickness of it. I think being a shorter grip, especially, and I can get, you'll see that my pinky is like half on it when I choke up and use the thumb ramp. It gives me some really good stabilization there, which I'm surprised, because normally a shorter blade doesn't do me well for for my hand size. But this is nice. I'll tell you what, anybody with smaller hands than mine is gonna, I mean, just fit right in there perfect. So this is the big fuel hose. Let's check this thing out, and let's see. Golly, that was so super clean in that cut. Let's give it some slices and dices here. Look at that. Now remember, it's rubber, and once you cut it thin like that, it moves a lot. So the blade does have to be sharp to cut straight through without it folding all over the place. And this thing is just dicing it up. I mean, just dicing it up. All right. I didn't know, man. I'm thinking, all right, so it's gonna be, 70% looks, 30% works. No, man, this thing's 50-50 right here. This thing is sweet. I didn't know I was going to be as impressed as I am. Honestly, to be 100% honest, I didn't know. I was like, okay, we'll check it out. We'll give it a look. Man. All right, let's see. Plastic netting. Man, this stuff is a knife destroyer. Wow. That went through easier than the one I cut yesterday. That is pretty sweet. Let's see. That is really sweet. All right, so I never usually do 2 layers. I always do 1 because it jacks up so many edges. Let's get a look at this one in the sun, this edge, because literally that stuff kills knife edges. There is nothing wrong with this knife edge. This is, man, that Damascus, they did a great job. That's beautiful. That is beautiful, man. I need to reach out to these people. All right, so sometimes you just pick something up, there's a plane going literally right over my head. They never over my head like that over here. They're never that low. All right, so let's see here. Let's see. I want to just come across it. Look at this. Holding it away from me. Going across. This is something special. This is something special. I'll tell you what, if you need, like, this is a true gentleman's knife. As far as the way it works, but the way it looks, I mean, this is the kind of knife that is impressive to see. It's impressive to look at. It would be one of those that would be impressive to show people because it's just so beautiful. I mean, look at this thing. That's a straight up carver right there. You could whittle with this. You could definitely whittle. You got something that you need to make, boop, a pretty knife. You don't think about pretty knives as real users. I don't know, this is a pretty knife and I'm using it. It's a pretty knife and I'm really using it. You know what I mean? We're doing things that we do with the big time knives, and it's doing exactly the same. It's doing exactly the same. All right, let's see, hold on a second. And it'll even mow the grass. Look at that. All right, nice and clean, baby. All right, let's see. I gotta bring you guys closer. Gotta bring you guys closer to bring you into the party here. All right, here we go. So let's start with this guy right here. Let's start with this guy. Nice edge geometry. Nice edge geometry. Look at these cuts. Look at these cuts. Wow. Wow. That is so super nice. Look at that, man. This thing's pretty sweet, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. This thing's pretty darn sweet. I'm actually really enjoying this. All right, let's bang on it. Let's bang on it. Let's treat it like we don't like it. So, making kindling for a fire? Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's see if there's any loosening. Nope, it's still really tight. It still closes dead center. That is dead nut. I'm impressed with this thing, man. Woo! All right, so I don't know, guys. Here's the deal. Maybe you heard bad things about something, or maybe you just automatically think something. Like when I automatically see a decorative knife, I automatically go to the, okay, it's not a real knife. Okay, it's not gonna be a user. Okay, no, that's my general thinking, you know, from experience. These guys definitely raised the bar. They changed that game. This is a nice knife. The fact that you put it on your belt, I mean, man, you throw on a pair of jeans. Let me tell you, you throw on a pair of jeans, you get a cowboy hat and a pair of cowboy boots, and you wear that sheath with this knife in it, and you go somewhere, and all of a sudden you gotta cut a little package open or something, and people see that. That's what they're gonna see. I mean, somebody's gonna freak out. Damn, that's $1 million knife right there. But it don't cost that much. So I'm telling you, get over to Ned Foss. I'm gonna put a link to the website down below so you can check them out. But this thing is actually the real deal. This is a beautiful freaking knife. It's gorgeous. And as a matter of fact, I am wearing some jeans with some cowboy boots and most likely a cowboy hat today. And I think I'm gonna belt this thing. I think I'm putting that pouch right in my belt. And it's gonna look good. It's looking good. This is fancy. All right, so that's it for this one. Did a great job on this, guys, over at Ned Foss. I am proud of this one. This is sweet. That's it for me. I am Donnie B all day. Till next knife.